Hello, hello. So this is gonna be the first ever trade review. I want to go over my trades from the previous days, and I want to see what could have I done better, and maybe some mistakes that I made. I think looking back at these trades here, this what did I do here? I think I bought above this bar. Yes, I did. I think it was overall an okay buy. Then seeing that um, big reversal candle, could have possibly maybe exited a bit more early, but I still wanted to have some confirmation that it's actually going to be like a double top and there's going to be a reversal. I think I waited for like yeah, I waited for like 3 bars, 2 bars, and then I ended up exiting the trade. She was overall fine, I think. And then after that, and then I started to see a lot of consecutive bears. I went short here, which is also okay. I think it was okay to do that play. The looking back, maybe this was actually the not start of a proper breakout, but possibly a let me get this. Maybe it's this was like the exhaustion of that move, and I think the only thing that I could have done a lot better with this is where did it go? How did I put it? Okay, I guess I can't use my screen. What the hell? Okay, so maybe I for the second like add-on that I do over here, like I think I waited it to start to consolidate, and then I wanted to like sell below here, right? It's okay if it would be a big bear trend, but it ended up not being. Maybe I added there a bit too. I think I should have waited for like a that it tries to touch the EMA. Although this was looking backward, what I was seeing at this point, it looked decently confident that it could break. Um, I got tagged in that trade there, and then what ended up happening is the price completely reversed, right? Which is okay. I think trying to look for like a big nice bear bar closing on its low and shorting here would be the optimal thing to do. But it didn't. It went back up to the highs at the end of the session. If I go to trading view and I go back, and I believe that was Tuesday, right? So Wednesday, yes, that was Tuesday. So what ended up happening is it went back up to the top. So even if I wanted to short, I should have just because it was a big down, big up. The odds are that it's going to be some kind of trading range. So actually, shorting at these highs again would be a nice trade and trying to exit around the range low. But I believe that yeah, I didn't have time that day, because and also I don't know about the future streams in this week, because I'm not. I have my job is a bit. There's a lot of work, so I'm not doing like a normal schedule. I'm working a lot of overtime. But other than that, it should be back to normal next week, like trading properly at the right times and etc. Maybe I'll try some scalping on the days where I don't have as much time as it's more reasonable, I think. Yeah, so here we could have either bought here with a stop here and maybe targeted a breakout bar like a 1 to 1, and then probably shorted it at day highs and targeted at bottom. But overall, it was okay. Also here, I wanted to wait when the price came back. Here, I wanted to wait until I exit because I was not sure if it's actually if this is the first pullback into some kind of bear channel. So I think at this stage didn't make that many mistakes overall. But the next trading day, I did end up making a bit more mistakes here. So first of all, what I did was here I should have wait. I shouldn't have. First of all, I shouldn't have traded the first bar because that's stupid. That was just I don't know, impulsive because I saw the price go down, so that was bad. And not only that, but the stop placement was bad. Stop should have been probably somewhere around here. Like should have placed the stop here. Doesn't make sense to put it above this bar. It should need to be like here. Even if I wanted to put like the trade was shit and the trade execution, like the fundamentals was shit. So that was really bad. So and then I think what happened is like I immediately got stopped out in the same bar. And I wanted to go long because I thought maybe it's some kind of a big long setup, which I actually got. Looking back now, I got lucky that I didn't get tagged in because I also put in the spread above this bar. People who put the point above it, they got tagged in, and this bar ended up reversing a lot. So what ended up happening is I entered short again afterwards, right? And I ended up basically shorting at the same price what I was shorting before because my stop was not good. So if I put my stop here and I like see like I shorted basically at the same price. So that was really bad. And then we got some follow through, right? And then I think I did the same mistake that I did before. I didn't wait for like a proper. Um, this was fine, I guess, right? So I sold here and one like two like, and yeah, here I sold more, which was okay, but I wanted to get at least the same size that I got here. And I think I did, right? Yeah, kinda. Maybe it wasn't the same size. And what happened is because I had too much size, I put my stop here to minimize the risk, right? Because I was scared of the proper way where I should have kept my stop is still here, right? Either if I wanted to add, either I close a bit of this position and add smaller, or I don't add at all because this is quite an aggressive add because basically if I put my stop here, I'm speculating more that there's gonna be a tight bear channel instead of something broad, a broader pullback. So I shouldn't have actually added as much here, and maybe possibly I should have not shorted as much to account for the risk, because I should have kept the stop here because there's no real structure yet to to actually keep my trade, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense. So what happens next? What happens next is it comes back, and it's normal, right? The overall trade setup and execution was okay, but the stop management was not good. Because here we have a first real pullback into the EMA after a nice bear breakout. And obviously I had my stops here because I had too much size. I didn't want to lose because I also lost a stupid trade before. And yeah, I think maybe my mind switched to more, I need to keep my capital. But what ended up happening here is I got stopped out on the first test, which, like the day before, I should have just waited, because here I finished my stream because I had to also go. I didn't have enough time to sit and wait, and maybe I should have just scalped these bars and then finished my day. But what ended up happening is, I think that was the next day, right? Yes, it was. So, yeah. So what ended up actually happening that day was, it was the first test. So either I don't add here at all, or I add small, and then I add more here, for example, on this bar, right? And at the end of the day, my target was where this blue line is. So if I would have just, maybe added here a bit more, I would have probably gotten here, or if the spread was too large, I would have gotten out here with a profit, and that would be good. So I messed up the first bar execution, and I messed up my position sizing a bit, and because I did that, I messed up my stops, right? So overall, it would have been really nice. I would say, I mean, there's no such thing as easy or hard, but I would say it would be like a good, proper trading day with a decent setup. Like we had one, like two, and then we had like three, right? It would have been quite a good setup. And the other days I didn't trade because I was too tired and I was working a lot. So that's about it with this one. I'm gonna restart the stream with a new name, and then I'm gonna get to some demo trading today in like 10 minutes. So yeah, see you in a bit.